Very good morning, my dear students, and welcome to you on the fourth day online class of class 8 English. On the first day and second day, including my introduction, I taught you about transformations, and on the third day, I tried my best to teach you about translations, and now on the fourth day I am about to teach you about reported verb or the narration or the direct indirect speech. Reported verb, narration or direct indirect speech, that means same. As you know that somewhere it is or somewhere means in some book or somewhere it is taught as a reported verb, somewhere it is taught as a narration, and similarly somewhere it is taught as a direct indirect speech. But you be very clear. Reported verb or the narration or the direct or indirect speech means same. As we say in Nepali, sir, talko, kapal, head, that means same. Likewise, it is the same. Generally it has two parts. One is reporting verb and second part is known as a reported verb. So reported verb is also known as statement or the reported verb. So reported speech, not verb. Reported verb is statement or reported speech. For information, the part of sentence, as I told you, reported verb you say either narration or direct indirect speech. It has two parts, reporting verb and reported verb. So generally the part of sentence that you find, that you watch inside the inverted comma, that much is known as a reported verb. And left part is known as reporting verb. It's not compulsory. That reported verb always comes at last. Sometimes it may be at last, maybe at first, maybe on both sides, maybe in middle, but wherever you find it, it will be inside the inverted comma. So this will be one of the supportive clues to you. Find out that which one is the reported verb. So once again, the part of sentence or the sentence that you find inside the inverted comma is known as reported verb. Left part is known as a reporting verb. And the part of the sentence or the reported verb that you find inside the inverted comma is found of four types. It can be seen as a four parts. Four types. First one is assertive, as I have written here. First one is assertive. Second one is interrogative. Third one is imperative or optative. And fourth one is exclamatory. Assertive means generally you can observe, you can watch if there is subject, verb and object and full stop at last. That is known as assertive verb. Whereas if there is a WH or helping verb, question mark at last is known as interrogative. Whereas in imperative sentence or optative sentence, the sentence may start from directly verb 1 or verb 1 and object at last. Similarly, if there is exclamation mark in the given reported verb, then that is known as exclamatory sentence. Once again, subject, verb, object, full stop at last. That means assertive, WH or helping verb, question mark at last. That means interrogative. Directly starts from main verb, verb 1, or sometimes there may be please or kindly and then full stop at last. That is imperative. Finally, if there is an exclamation mark, that we say in Nepali Vismyadi Bodhak Chihna, if there is exclamation mark like this, then that means exclamatory sentence. So this is only the introduction of direct or indirect speech or narration. Once again, reported verb, narration, direct, indirect speech means same. It has two parts, reporting verb and reported verb. Reported verb is also known as statement or reported speech. The part of sentence or the sentence that we see inside the inverted comma from both sides is reported verb. Left part is reporting verb. Reported verb is of four types: assertive, interrogative, imperative or optative, exclamatory. Assertive means subject, verb, object, full stop at last. Interrogative means WH or helping verb and question mark at last. Similarly, V1 or please or kindly and then object, and after that there may be something, may not be, and full stop at last. If there is exclamation mark, that means exclamatory sentence. So this is all about the introduction of narration or reported speech or direct indirect speech. Now to make it clear that how to change from direct into indirect or indirect from indirect to direct, I will tell you here, I will teach you here according to rule. So the rule, according to rule number 1, as you can see here, or study or watch, rule number 1 is change of reporting verb if reported verb is assertive sentence. I mean, if the rule number 1 says that change of reporting verb means how to change reporting verb. If reported verb is adjective sentence, at that time you can see here direct and indirect. So while changing reporting verb, if there is say into indirect, then means into indirect it is written or it is changed as it is. I mean no change at all. Say into say, but if there is sage also as it is. But if there is say to, then say to is changed into tell. Likewise, if there is says to, then says to is changed into tells. If there is has said, then has said is changed into has said, I mean as it is, no change. But if there is has said to, then this is changed into has told. Likewise, if there is will say, then will say as it is. If there is will say to, then it is changed into will tell. Similarly, there is said, then said as it is. But if there is said to, then said to is changed into told. So according to number 1, change of reporting verb. If reported verb is assertive sentence, at that time you can see here, as I have written here very clearly for you, that direct and indirect. So indirect means if you see say, then say is not changed, it is written as it is. But if there is says also as it is. Likewise, if there is say to, then say to is changed into tell. But if there is says to, then says to into tells. Has said into has said. But if there is has said to, then has said to is changed into has told. Will say into will say. But if there is will say to, then will say to is changed into will tell. Likewise, if there is said, then said as it is. But if there is said to, then said to is changed into told. This is the rule number 1. And my dear students, you be clear that except this, you will get no words, no letters which are asked you to change into direct or indirect. Not at all. Means whatever the questions will be asked to you, that will be from here. This must say to, says to, has said to, will say to, said, or said to is. This much is written into, this much is found into direct, and while changing into indirect, how to change, I have written it very clearly. Now, let me tell you something about the rule number 2. Rule number 2 says that after changing reporting verb, you can keep on watching here. After changing reporting verb, and reported verb should be connected with the help of that and inverted comma should be removed from reported verb. So, according to number 1, as I have taught you, or I have written also here, and I have made you very clear that how to change. And according to number 2, after changing reporting verb and reported verb should be connected with the help of that and inverted comma should be removed from reported verb. And you can watch rule number 2 and 1 in the given example. He said to her, I saw you yesterday. In the given example, first of all you make the judgment that the given reported verb is assertive or interrogative or imperative or exclamatory. As I have told you that if there is subject, verb, object, full stop at last, you be clear that that is the assertive. And you can see here, I saw you yesterday, it means subject, verb, object and full stop is at last. So this is the assertive sentence. That's why according to number 1, if there is said to in reporting verb, then into what to change it? Told. He said to is changed into told her. And this is the now rule number 1, that's first of all you change the reporting verb. If there is said to, then I have told you that said to means it should be changed into told. That's why he told her. After that, according to number 2, after changing reporting verb means you have changed the reporting verb. Now, after changing reporting verb and reported verb means he said to her, I saw you both should be connected with the help of that. So you can give here that. After that, rule number 3, 4. I have not told you. Anyways, I will try to say here after rule number 2, but till here, you be clear that this is the reporting verb, said to into told, and both should be connected with the help of that. The complete sentence will be, he told her that he had seen her the previous day. So rule number 1, change of reporting verb. Rule number 2, after changing reporting verb and reported verb, both should be connected with the help of that, and inverted comma should be removed from reported verb. And now rule number 3. For the rule number 3, you will get one clues formula like formula. Yes, O, N. Son upon 1, 2, 3. Son is related with reporting verb, whereas 1, 2, 3 is related with reported verb. My dear students, you might have been thinking, what does it mean that son upon 1, 2, 3 in reported verb? So generally, you know, from the viewpoint of English, yes stands for subjects, O stands for object, N stands for no object. Sorry, no change. Similarly, 1 stands for first person, 2 for second person, 3 for third person. So what is the relation between yes or N upon 1, 2, 3? So generally, you know that pronoun has 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. First person means the person who is speaking, who is trying to express something. That is the first one. But to whom he or she is trying to give the message, is trying to give the teaching, that is the second one. And about what? that is the third person. Similarly, subject means the word that comes in a sentence as the person, as a doer, as an agent. That subject, O means object, N means no change. But what is the relation between son upon 1, 2, 3? This means yes for subject, O for object, N for no change. 1 means first, 2 means second, 3 means third. It means that yes upon 1, O upon 2, N upon 3. And as I told you, reported verb is related. 1, 2, 3 is related to the reported verb, whereas SOM, I mean son, is with reported verb. So yes upon 1 means first person pronoun of reported verb should be changed according to the subject of reporting verb. Whereas second person pronoun of reported verb should be changed according to the object of reporting verb. Third person pronoun of reported verb is not changed. Once again, first person pronoun of reported verb should be changed according to the subject of reporting verb. Second person pronoun of reported verb will be changed according to the object of reporting verb. Third person pronoun is not changed. Separately also you may understand these rules, or you may come to know about this one. For example, see here, yes upon 1 slash O upon 2 slash N upon 3. Likewise also you make it clear in your mind. What S upon 1, O upon 2, N upon 3. That means first person according to subject, second person according to object, third person according to. So third person no change. How? This is the final example, means 1 from the viewpoint of S, N upon 1, 2, 3. He said to her, "You are my friend." You can see here. He said to her, "You are my friend." So this part of the sentence, or this part of sentence is reported verb. Why? Because that is inside inverted comma. Left part is reporting verb. So according to rule number 1, he said to her means said to is changed into told. Why? Because this is the assertive sentence. So he told her. Both should be connected with the help of that, and after that, you means second person, and second person means according to object. So in the, and I told you that object is related to the reporting verb. So he said to her means object of reporting verb is her, and you is second person. So second person according to object means according to her. But problem is what, that you is here subject. Though it is pronoun, but it has been used here as a subjective case or as a subject. So subject of her is she. After that, she was my is first person, and first person means 1 up, yes upon 1. So first person pronoun of reported verb should be changed according to the subject of reporting verb. So subject of reporting verb is he. But problem is what, that though my is first person, but the case of my is possessive one. So the possessive of he will be his. So this is the change of questions into indirect according to rule number 3rd. According to rule number 3rd means yes, we are upon 1, 2, 3. So this is the teaching that I tried partially of reported verb or reported speech or that speech on 4th day. Rest will be resumed on 5th day, and I am very sure that you will understand it, and I keep the expectations that you will also try your best as I have tried here to have the better knowledge into you. Thank you very much.